we doing? We're the sports experts. Why are we the sports experts? We're going to tell you why we're the sports experts, okay? That's what we're talking about. All right? I want to give it right up here to Adam Fuller. He's going to tell you why he's an expert in sports.
So yeah, Adam Fuller, born and raised in Long Beach, California. Nickname Mr. Stats. Basically, I didn't play any high school sports at all, but really got into sports after high school, early 2000s, watching college football, basketball, baseball, also a little bit of I would say, basketball, football, baseball for the most part, but that's my background.
Big three.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Big three, that's it.
Hibachi.
Let's do it. Hashi. Why I'm a sports expert? Because I've been playing sports since I could remember. Boxing, basketball, football, baseball, stole bases and for baseball. Love the game, love the mathematics of the game. I don't like all the bureaucracy now or the payola and commercials, but that's what makes me love it that much more, that I know the analytics of it. Other than that, uh just give it up to Mr. Andy.
You don't know my last name? Andy Kern.
I thought it was Kern's the drink, the sugary drink.
Something like that.
Are you sweet?
Don't own it, though. Whoa, get that sweet out of here, man.
Are you sweet?
I'm going to tell you, folks, I'm going to tell you all straight up, okay, America? I think I know more probably about sports than 99.5% of the entire population. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I went out to USC, walked on, cut. University of Kentucky, cut. It's not funny. It hurts. Went to Marshall University, cut. Played some semi-pro, really bad. I mean, high school teams could beat our teams. Okay, they suck bad. This is in Illinois. They don't even know how to play football in Illinois. Got cut. Well, I played a little bit, but I had to bullshit. Hey man, I got a tackle on the kickoff. Put me in defensive back. I sucked. I mean, but I got to observe a lot of football. That's what I'm talking about. I got to observe a lot. We had some great games this weekend. Yeah, we had some good games.
Yeah, it's a really good game.
Heartbreak.
From going into college all the way into the NFL. Steelers went down on Monday night football tonight.
Ooh.
But just starting off with the Thursday playoff game. It was Miami Ole Miss, Miami Tennessee.
College. We're talking college now, right?
College football, yeah. So Miami 10 seed. No, and then also Ole Miss was the 6th seed going into the playoffs. So both teams kind of got a little upset victories the previous week. Ole Miss beating Georgia and Miami taking down Ohio State, the former champs. So basically in this game, you've seen Miami's running game get going. Also, I think Chambliss, the quarterback for Ole Miss, really kept his team in the game, fought hard all the way to the end. Came down to the last play, borderline PI call, but usually in those little scramble drills and, Hail Mary opportunities, you're not really going to get any PI calls on that. So it's hit or miss. So basically, Miami, controlled the game for the most part. Carson Beck, transferring over from Georgia, he really, did his thing, showed he could, be a big time player, make the game winning drive at the end. So, they're in the national championship now, going up against Indiana. Indiana, number one team.
What you think about Indiana?
Yeah, basically number one team.
I got to ask you a quick question. I got to interject real quick. Who were you guys rooting for when it was Ole Miss versus Miami? Who were you rooting for?
I would say I wasn't really rooting for anyone. I kind of respect both programs, but just Miami with the lineage, and then all their Hall of Fame players. Ray Lewis, Jason Taylor, Edgerrin James was on the sideline. Like they football royalty.
The sidelines, man.
Michael Irvin was on the sideline.
Michael Irvin, man. That guy gets it going, man.
The
the playmaker, man. That boy's carry. Hey, I'm a Cowboy fan, by the way. So it's all love. It's all love.
I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm an underdog guy, so I was going for Ole Miss. But if I was a black man, fuck Mississippi, okay? You got to go with Miami. That's just the way it is. You got to go with Miami.
Right. Ain't no better in the South Florida.
And the championship game is in Miami. So,
That Bible Belt is.
I feel like them having a home team in the championship. Hey, that's a lot of money down there for the local university, local program.
Yeah.
Also a historic program. Hadn't been to the championship game since '03 when they lost to Ohio State. So
what do you think, Hashi? Talk to me. What do you think? Talk to America here over here.
You know what I think? I think with the portal and that's what's gonna ask you with all this changing and this and that with the players getting to leave and come and whatever getting paid. I think the NC2A is like, especially like the next couple of years, we're gonna see a whole different. What's that guy saying? He got like, give me 32 million to build a team now, and they got what the fuck? Like this is like football.
Yeah.
Give me, and I'll build a team.
Yeah.
Is that what we're doing now? We're not gonna get homegrown athletes from wherever they are, Alabama, Ole Miss, Florida, USC, West Coast, East Coast. Oh, I could just go pay all these kids to come to my college and play.
It's like insanity. It's insanity.
Yeah,
that's my thing.
It's pretty much like free agency every single year on steroids. So basically, you get signed a $5 million deal with Texas, and the next year someone offers you 6 or 7 mil. You end up with Miami.
Change the game.
It's all about the money, honey. It's crazy. It's insane.
Yeah.
I got to say something, folks. I'm from like 5 hours away from Bloomington, Indiana. And Bloomington, Indiana was probably one of the worst teams in the Big Ten for years.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you straight up, what's happened over there, in my opinion, is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, if you put me like in a freezer 15 years ago and you said, we're going to have a condominium on Pluto where Indiana University is going to be playing for the national championship, my money's on Pluto, folks.
Everybody's on Pluto.
Unfreaking believable. And they talk about, you guys talk about the portal and they're getting all these guys. There was a big switcherooski over in Indiana. Yeah. They have a phenomenal head coach in Indiana. The head coach is the most important thing, in my opinion. But they got guys, they got 13 players from James Madison. Right. That's not exactly a power.
Yeah.
I'm turning on the TV or the television, whatever you call it these days. I'm kind of old, folks. Yeah. I'm watching the game. Alabama, Indiana. I didn't think Indiana was going to win because they're going against Bama.
When did they ever play for anything important?
Never. Rose Bowl. Last Rose Bowl, gentlemen. 1967. Are you kidding me? Wow. Unfreaking believable. They're going to get. They beat the living crap out of these guys. 38-3. Then they play Oregon, which I thought was the best team in the country. They got beautiful helmets and ugly cheerleaders, but that's a whole other story. But I'm going to tell you,
as far as uniforms, for sure,
they got the prettiest uniform, not the cheerleaders, but uniform. And I'm going to tell you, they were beating them at halftime. What was the score, guys? Was it
35-7?
Thank you, Aaron. 35-7.
Right.
Are you kidding me? I called him Aaron. His name is Adam. I apologize, America.
No problem.
But he's probably beat me. He's a big. I'll probably beat But I just find this stuff unbelievable. I'm rooting so hard for Indiana. It's unbelievable. They got like 2-star recruits playing on super.
Yeah.
And they got a good chance to beat Miami. But
nobody knew winning for the first time.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it. But the thing is this. I think Miami is going to shock them. I think Miami's going to win the game. I hate to say it. They're playing in the Orange Bowl.
Yeah.
What do you think their edge is in the game? Just their longevity.
I think athlete for athlete. I think Miami has more probably pro talent than Indiana.
Right.
Outside of Mendoza probably being the number 1 pick to the Raiders for sure.
But actually, that we'll table that.
I
was gonna ask you what your picks
are.
I
feel like you got Ruben Bain. He's maybe a top 10, top 15 talent as a defensive end for Miami. And then you have I would say also their offensive tackle, 61 the right tackle. He's probably a first round talent as well. You have Carson Beck, the quarterback. I see him as maybe like a 3rd, 4th round pick, but he's basically.
I have a 1st round pick. They think they're going to go maybe 1-2 in the quarterback department.
Yeah, we'll see.
What's the guy from Vanderbilt?
We'll see. No, Vanderbilt, Diego Pod. Yeah. He has some run. this quarterback class, a lot of people don't think is as strong as maybe next year's quarterback class when
Right.
Arch Manning and some other big names come out.
Mhm.
So we'll see how it works out. But yeah, I think athlete for athlete, Miami probably has better athletes,
I have
but
to agree with that.
but Indiana
Great team.
coaching,
Great team.
the way they play
They got
physical
great
football,
coach.
very disciplined, like very disciplined team. Not a lot of penalties, not a lot of mistakes. Like Miami's gonna have to play a really clean game to beat this team.
Mhm.
Indiana's coach is not going to let them listen to the noise.
Yeah.
They're not going to let them listen to the noise. Everyone's saying Indiana is one of the greatest teams they've ever seen in college
Yeah.
football. No, they're not.
No.
They're good. They play as a
They're good.
team, and let's just hope they go
In
for
this
it.
generation,
Yeah, he's gonna find motivation. I feel like them playing in Miami, he's gonna trade. Hey, it's us against the world. We're in Miami. We're in their backyard.
That's it.
So Big Ten, ACC.
I think it's just an overall win for Indiana. Period. Just to
Yeah.
get that exposure.
Yeah,
that
just
have
to
more
get
kids
there.
when the-
I mean, hey,
to put
they
it on the map.
they've been a basketball school forever. Like
Oh, I know Indiana's like this in
Yeah,
basketball.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
want like
yeah.
this. Boom.
yeah.
Pluto, I'm telling you, folks,
Big
it's
time.
crazy.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think, Hashi, about this pro football stuff? What have you been watching the pro stuff?
Yeah, here and there. Watch my Packers go down.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Stop
on,
Bears. Keep going.
I'm on suicide watch about that. So what I've been noticing, like for this season, big time, big time, big time. The way the defenses are playing, they're giving up a lot of points.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a defensive person, and to me, I'll be honest, it feels like it comes down to well, not this game tonight. We just finished watching the Pittsburgh lose bad.
Not only that, folks. We
H
watched
down, put it down.
we watched 9
Yeah.
games of
Yeah.
BYU against everybody back in the day. Watch this guy, but that's a whole other story. Keep it going.
Yeah, number
That's
10
it.
back in the day.
That's-
It was a marathon. It
That's
was a
neither
marathon.
here nor there. The channel was just looping. Yeah. With that said, I want to see like a good, like just good gridiron, nose to nose football game. You know what I mean? No refs throwing flags to stretch the plays, to stretch in commercials and things like that. If you knew what went into the games today and stuff like that, that's where I am on the NFL. It's all just payola. It's just we were talking about it earlier. I was like, I call it the Disney effect. If you could get mom, dad, and daughter and son sit down to watch the game, you're gonna get more money. You're gonna get Swiffer commercials. You're gonna get, you know what I mean? Like our fathers watched the 6-3 game back in the day. Like that was a game. If it was 12 or 14 to 7 or 10, that was a high scoring game. You know, you had to earn your points. You had to earn your touchdowns and things like that. It makes it harder for me. It just feels like the league is like, okay, we're gonna choose this team this year to represent the Super Bowl or whatever. I'm going off topic about that, but at the same time, I mean, it's still the NFL, it's still the league, ball playing. It's the big thing. It's the biggest. It's our second religion in America, and it's a great game. I just want to see more of the players playing old school stuff. Like
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
not
They
gonna
got those
happen.
rules. They want to
Yeah,
protect the players.
yeah.
Also the special teams, the way they
Oh,
kind of like
yeah,
the
that-
kickoff.
what was that?
Yeah,
My
yeah.
God.
Yeah, so the
To
kickoff.
change, are they gonna
So-
change that?
I thought they were playing rugby here for a minute. I'm
They're
like,
gonna-
so
they're gonna switch out
They
another
want
year?
more points. They want more points. So
Yeah.
yeah, because basically it's like they try to get more kickoff returns to generate more points on kickoff returns
Right.
or big plays on kickoff returns.
Right.
And the thing is, you penalize the kicking team. If it doesn't land inside the 20, you get the ball at the 40. If it
Yeah.
lands inside the 20,
Right.
it's a touchback. It's
You get a
35.
first down from the 40.
Yeah,
you get a
yeah.
field goal
And
range.
then the way these
maybe
guys
the other team's 35. What the hell? Let's
Yeah.
get more points.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes.
What's up?
yeah, might as well play a 50-yard field goal all game.
Yeah, 50-yard. Yeah.
Because basically, with these kickers now, they can get to 50,
They do
45
this year
yards.
with the ball. They said they could do with the ball now to stretch the kicking or something like that. They said it in the beginning of the season.
I don't know.
They said something that they get to do the pressurized
More pressure on the ball, perhaps.
Something like that, yeah. That they
Makes
kick,
sense.
yeah. And that's why we're seeing 60+ yards.
Yeah.
Field
Did not
goals
know
and
that.
stuff like
Did
that.
not
Yeah,
know that.
yeah.
They,
So
yeah, they did something like
I
that.
gotta ask you something. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I see you got all that Green Bay garb on. You got the Green Bay garb on.
Yeah, the guard.
You're
Yeah.
a Green Bay guy. How did that feel when Green Bay lost to the Chicago Bears? The Bears. By the way, you can do that with anything. You can talk about, you can say, the pack is back, or the Vikings. We're going to, the 49ers. You can do all that. Dick Butkus, Dick Butkus. I'll tell you, that was an amazing game. This is the fact guy, the facts guy, not the fat guy. The facts guy. He knows every fact in the game.
This
Let me
guy's
ask
the
you-
man right here.
When it comes to facts and figures and numbers. What was the score at halftime with
We're
the
gonna put
Bears
his
Green Bay?
information up so you can hit him.
So it's 21-3.
That's
Yeah,
right.
21-3. Bears and
21-3 Green Bay.
yeah,
Over the
Green Bay over the Bears at halftime.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
game.
they ended up giving up 25 points in the fourth quarter alone.
Incredible.
That was big time. Caleb Williams, a lot of big down.
Caleb Williams can
like
play some ball.
A lot of
We didn't have the
big
pressure. We didn't
completions.
have beat up.
4th 10, 4th and 15.
No
They
pressure.
had a lot of big plays go their way at the end of the game, and fortunately, special teams kind of played a factor as well. Missed some field goals, extra points as
We
well.
lost.
That guy's
Yeah,
done.
yeah. McManus is done, but he's had a pretty good career. Maybe just ran
last year and this year.
Yeah,
all our major games came.
But yeah. Bears taking down the Packers. That was a really good, exciting game. Probably the most exciting game of the weekend in a sense.
A record, by the way, more fourth quarter comebacks within 5 minutes than any time in the NFL. They got a great quarterback. You get a great quarterback, you could go all the way. They could go all the way. I don't think they're gonna, but you could.
We
really get ourselves.
Yeah, really. I like their offense. I like Ben Johnson as a Ricky head coach.
Ben, I got to interrupt. I apologize for interrupting you guys. Two black guys are cool with my ass. but here's the thing. Let me tell you, Ben Johnson, who calls 4th and 4 on their own 32-yard line? Who does that?
Still win.
Yeah,
that was a big mistake, Ben. Don't be doing that again, Ben.
Yeah. Well, he got that
got
the Dan Campbell syndrome.
We're gonna play the first game of the season.
He was the offense coordinator of the Lions, and we know how Dan Campbell gets down.
You're seeing
we know how Dan Campbell gets down 4th down for sure. He's not afraid to turn it down for sure. But big win for the Chicago Bears, and we'll see what they can do this week. Playing against Rams. Going back to the Rams game, Rams and Panthers, that was a really good, exciting game as well. I don't know why the spread was 10.5. I mean, hey, I knew damn well there's no way they're going to go to Carolina. Carolina just beat them a month and a half ago in Carolina. I was like, there's no way 10.5 they're going to cover this spread. But betting purposes, you should have just took the points for sure. But Bryce Young, he came out there, he was dealing, matching Stafford.
What do you think about him?
I see him as
from Alabama.
Yeah, I see him as a middle of the pack quarterback. I don't think he'll ever be a top 10, top 5 quarterback, but size wise, but that boy was making plays. He's tough. He took some shots. He made plays. He come from the SEC. He out here from Cali, modern day high school.
Yeah.
He always played in the big games. So, I think, Dave Canales, he did a good job of, getting him back in order. And, Jalen Coker, big game. Ted McMillan, he's only going to get better as a rookie. So they got some good young pieces over there. The defense is nasty. Maybe just keep improving linebacker play. Maybe somehow get a dominant edge rusher to go with Derek Brown in the middle. He's a monster at D tackle. But their secondary solid. So they're going the right direction. 3rd year of the program. So we'll see if they could keep adding. It's hard to get free agents to go to Carolina, but keep drafting and developing.
They're going to get it this year.
Yeah, just keep drafting and developing.
Right.
Go from there. That's all you
Who
can
would
really
want to
do.
go to Carolina? You ever
Yeah.
watch Crime Story? Everybody's from North Carolina.
Yeah, Petey Pablo, North Carolina, I'm on a razor.
Oh, I'm telling you.
You know,
Hey, Adam, I got to ask you. I think America wants to know what about these upcoming games? What about Bills Broncos? What do you think?
so yeah,
30
Bills,
words or less. What do you
so
think?
Talk
so I
about
would say Bills, like that was a big impressive win for sure on the road against Jacksonville. Jacksonville 3 seed, had a 9-game winning streak
No,
going.
Bills Broncos. Bills Broncos. They won.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
who's going to win that game? Right now,
yeah,
it's Broncos favored by 1.5 points. What's your thought on that?
yeah. I would say in the AFC right now, I would say the Bills just because of Josh Allen, his experience.
Yep.
He's the reigning MVP for a reason. He proved that last week. Going into Denver, Mile High is a tough place to play. Sean Payton's a Super Bowl winning coach, so he's gonna have those boys ready to play. They're gonna be well rested. But I just think Josh Allen can get it done. We'll see.
It's going to be a great game.
It's gonna be a great game. I think it's gonna.
I think they had the best shot last year. That team was
Yeah.
I don't see that they felt like they fell off a little bit
Right.
from last year.
No, this might be the worst team that he's played with in the last 4 or 5 years,
Yeah.
just as far as the Bills and
Right,
Josh
right.
Allen. But I think it'll be an interesting game. Bo Nix, second year, second playoff game.
That kid is hot.
Can he get his first career playoff
Kid
win?
is hot. I like that.
So this is a big step in the right direction. They're 1 seed for a reason, so we'll see how it goes.
I wanted to ask you guys about the Patriots. Do you think they back on a dynasty run?
Yeah.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah.
They got a great coach. They got a great coach. Coach, like I believe, the head coach is the
They
number
bounced
one
back.
important factor
Yeah.
in a
They
football team.
bounced back quick.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
losing
yeah.
everybody.
What do you guys think about that game? What is
Yeah,
it?
well,
Texas Patriots.
Well, before we go to that one, let's try to do the Niners and Seahawks game.
Okay, let's go.
The other Saturday game. The
Seahawks favored by 7.5. What do you guys think?
7.5.
I got Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Yeah.
See. I like Seahawks, but I would take the points. I don't think. I don't think they're going to be any blowouts in this matchup. Division rivals. They just played each other 2 weeks ago. It was 14-3. Hard nosed game. You know, Purdy and the offense have been cooking like 35 points the last 4 weeks before that.
See that coming.
And Seahawks just shut them down.
Take the
Couple of
they didn't
turnovers.
back down.
Sam Donald played a clean game. They got 100, almost 200 yards rushing from the running back. So that was a big statement of physical football. And like we just came to your house and took it, made things happen. So now, fast forward 2 weeks later, Seahawks are healthy. 49ers don't have George Kittle. Another weapon on offense. They don't have.
Kittle's gone.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
out.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, I believe it was a torn Achilles. So
That's why they're
Yeah.
favored by 7.5, folks. Believe me.
yeah. So
What
I
do you think,
like.
Hashi? What's your pick? What do you think?
Yeah.
7.5.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah,
think?
I got Seahawks. Just like I said, you got
Give it
Kittle
up.
out. I don't know what it is about Purdy. I don't believe in him.
Yeah.
I think he's good when everybody else around him is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
100%. And he's not gonna have a main target that he has. The week before, McCaffrey was like
They
didn't
bottled
do
him
nothing.
up.
Yeah,
They
they
bottled him
bottled
up. They bottled him
and
up.
they
Yeah.
couldn't
Yeah.
cover the run themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they got through it.
What about their quarterback for Seattle, though?
Well, yeah,
What
yeah.
about him? He's inconsistent, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
He's inconsistent.
He is
USC boy, but he's
yeah,
inconsistent.
He is
No. He needs to prove it in the playoffs for sure. I mean,
right.
he's back-to-back years. He's 14-3. He ended up being the 5th seed last year. This year, they were able to lock into the 1st seed with 2 different teams. It's pretty impressive. Now you got to just go out there and do it in the playoffs. The biggest moment.
Right.
The biggest thing is, take care of the football. Make
Always is.
make your reads. Their O line, they're getting their left tackle back, Cross, so that's a big factor as well. But the 49ers will have their left tackle playing Trent Williams, one of the best left tackles in the game.
Brent Williams, that's a Hall of Fame right there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
He's dealing with a hamstring, but he looked pretty good. I mean, they protected Purdy pretty well last week. I feel like those interceptions just came on, bad reads or underthrowing the receiver, things
You're
like
taking
that.
the points, so you're taking the points, yeah?
Yeah, I'm taking the points.
I'm taking the points. You know why I'm taking the points? Because the 49ers can win this game.
Yeah.
They got a great coach. They got a good system. They can win the game.
Yeah.
I don't care if Purdy, no Purdy. They can win the game. Let's go to the next game here, folks.
So,
what do you guys think? Texans versus the Patriots. Patriots are favored by 3 in New England. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say that's
where he going.
Yeah. Well, that sounds about right.
We got a homer in the house, folks.
This takes Longhorn University. I'm from Long Beach, but I'm a football in Texas. It's so funny. But I'll tell you this, look, I say we'll see what the status is of Nico Collins, the Texas #1 receiver. It's gonna be, tough. It's gonna be a tough place to play in New England. With or without him, no doubt. I would say, Drake May. He has a really good regular season. Last week, first playoff, experience. He looked kind of shaky. He made the throw, 1 or 2 throws to win the game. So we'll see if he's a little bit more efficient this week. But I don't think that's going to happen because it's a tougher defense with Houston. You see what they did with Rodgers. A future Hall of Famer. They made him look pretty elementary out there. So if they can do it to him, they can do it to Drake May. But then on the other side, if they don't have Collins, Vrabel and that defense, they can, make some plays and, make these happen. So it's gonna be a tight game. I'll probably favor. I probably would go with the Patriots at home, but we'll see how it works out.
What do you think, Hashi?
Patriots at home.
I'm going Patriots at Foxborough.
Yeah.
Plain and simple, giving up that 3.
Yeah.
In America, listen to
They're
these guys.
playing
These guys
great.
know their stuff. Listen
They're
to them.
solid.
Make some money, okay? Let's face it.
They're solid.
Rams at the Bears. Rams at Soldier Field are favored by 3.5 points. I think you're the facts man. Who did the Bears lost a really good interior lineman on defense, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
What was his name?
Yeah, it was.
He's the facts man. If he doesn't know it, nobody does, folks.
Well, I forgot the name.
Maybe the experts, but we mess up sometimes.
Yeah, I forgot the name. I'm not gonna lie,
Man.
But I tell you what, even if he was out there, this game is gonna get real loose, real loose.
You think so?
Take the over. I think the over is like 50, 50 and a half.
150. It's over
Yeah,
150.
take the over, bro. Both of these teams' defenses the last 4 or 5 weeks have been giving up big plays, big yardage. Jordan Love, you see what he did to the Bears defense. You see what Bryce Young did to the Rams defense. So, unless there's like swirling winds and a big snowstorm coming in.
9 degrees when we played. It was 33.
I feel like this game is
it's going to go down.
It's going to be in the high 20s, low 30s for sure. I feel like, as far as the score. And, I'm going to go with experience. I'm going to go with the Rams. But, the Bears have been that team all year, just, especially at home. Going to, including the playoff game, they're 6-2 now at home. 7-2 at home, I believe. I feel like I gotta go with experience though. Stafford on the road, he used to playing in cold weather, so that's not gonna be a factor for him.
Detroit,
I think they'll get it done, but hey, Bears got that magic going, so we'll see what happens.
Got the magic going.
And the Packers, he you know where he going. You know where he going. He going with the LA Rams.
I'm coming back home. I'm coming back home.
I'm coming back home. So
to the LA Rams.
What about yourself, Andy? Who you got?
Yeah, who you got?
I got to go with the Bears.
Okay.
The Bears.
Big buckets. I'm telling you, the Bears.
Any score predictions?
I have no clue. How do you score something with the Bears when they just give up? They just catch up at the end of the game. Who knows? And it's like you never know with the Bears. They're a dysfunctional freaking team.
35.
I don't think it's going to get that high scoring. I really don't.
So
I'd like to see him use Swift a little bit. I like to see him use a running game and ground and pound. Pound. You got to go ground
like
and
the
pound.
name Swift for a rookie.
I love the name Swift. That's a great name, Swift.
What's your
Born to play the game. I'm going Bears. I'm taking the 3.5 points. I say Bears will win the game. You know why? They're not going to mess up in the second quarter. They're going to have the first half. They're going to hang in a game. And the Bears right now have got, I think, one of the best quarterbacks in the game. And I think the Rams do too.
So score prediction?
I got no score prediction. Bet on the Bears. Bet
I'm
on
gonna
South
say
Bears.
I'm gonna say 34. I'm gonna say 34-30 Rams.
Yeah.
I take 55. The over 55 and over.
Yeah.
They're going to score a lot of points, even though it's going to be cold.
Yeah, it's gonna get crazy. It's gonna be wild.
But the Rams have got a great quarterback. If the Bears are smart, they get the running game together.
Yeah,
and take that.
Yeah, that could be key. That could be key. Whichever team can get the running game going and slow it down a little bit.
Stafford going to light him up.
Yeah,
I think they're going to take a page from Jordan Love's book and just light him up.
It could happen.
What Jordan Love did in the first quarter of the game was just a clinic. He just put on a clinic.
I don't.
He was poised. He had time. And Stafford is that much more of a veteran than Love. Easy, and he's just gonna do. They're just gonna look at the tape. They're just gonna replicate first half of it.
Stafford's playing great ball, folks.
He's playing good ball.
And the Bear defensive backs are sorry. They're sorry. They just are.
This time of year is no rodeo.
Actually, the Bears did lead the league in interceptions, so we'll see. Yeah. But I feel like if their defense isn't getting turnovers, that's when they struggle. They're going to give up. Yeah. If they're not getting turnovers or getting stopped in the red zone, then you're going to score against their defense. They're going to give up yards. They're going to give up plays. Basically, it's going to come down to red zone defense and can they create turnovers. That's going to be a big factor.
I'm going to say something really terrible. This is going to be a really terrible thing. I shouldn't even say this in front of America right now. The Bears if I was a defensive coordinator, I'd say just take Stafford out. Take him out.
The bounty on, put a bounty on Stafford.
See, and that's where you go back to the old school game where my defensive coordinator said take out, hit the receivers. Hit the receivers. Take the 15.
Take the 15.
Take the 15 because when it comes to third down and the long in the fourth quarter,
they're gonna be
their hands come from here to here.
Oh, so we'll take that hit.
So your philosophy, take him out.
I hate to say it. I'm sorry, Stafford, because I respect what you're doing. Great quarterback. Yeah, his wife is an idiot, but she's a great quarterback. And I really think they got to take him out.
Yeah.
They gave a lot to Detroit.
Oh, she's a philanthropist? She's a philanthropist now. How much money does she make? Her husband makes a little bit. And she probably gives him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But does she give him?
She gives. I know. It's her money to her.
Now, Texas just beat the Steelers. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is Texas playing, Mr. Faxman?
No, the Texans are playing the Patriots.
We covered that already, folks.
Yeah.
Say no to drugs, people. Yeah. Say no to drugs. I think we've covered everything. I got no I think we've covered pretty much everything. Do you guys have anything else to say about the playoffs? Are here.
Woo! Yeah.
When they go home.
Do you guys have any bold predictions you want to give for the weekend?
I gave them my predictions.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think LA is going to go to the bowl.
Okay.
These guys are called homers. I'm kind of a homer too. I hate to. We got a bunch of homers in the house. Okay, sorry, but the Bears are going to win the game.
But I'm gonna say my Super Bowl prediction right here, right now, with the rest of the playoffs the way it is: Bills and the Rams. That's my Super Bowl prediction. But we'll see. It's only.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
It's only January 12th. We got a long. We got about a whole month for the Super Bowl, the big game. So.
I predicted a long time ago the Bears would not even make the playoffs, folks. I want to tell you that. And Bear fans, I'm sorry about that. I said they weren't going to make the playoffs, but I just think there's something going on with it. There's just something in the water right now where the Bears could come out and actually win the Super Bowl.
It can happen, man. If he's still in the race, you got a chance. So we'll see.
America, we're going to be doing this a lot, okay, folks? We're going to have guests coming through here. We're going to have a lot of things going on. We are the sports experts. Tune in. We're going to give it to you hard. We're going to give it to you real, and that's how we do it. Thank you, America. Have a great night.